Welcome to attempt 2 at this portal gun cosmetic asset tutorial for your VR chat avatar. Now, step 1 would be to, buy the portal gun. The link will be in the description. Step 2, set up your avatar so that you have a PC version and a Quest version, and specifically you want to make sure that your effects animator has a PC version and a Quest version. This will be important later. They can have the same parameters and menu, but it's very important that they have completely different effects layers. Okay, now that you have your PC and Quest versions set up, next you're going to want to drag in the Unity package that you bought from my Gumrod. This process is going to take just a little bit of time because, as you can see, the package is almost 400 megabytes. But don't worry, it is worth it. Alright, once you get to the import stage, make sure that everything is checked and click import. Go into the portal gun assets and you'll see that we have our assets right here. Now, they're purple because the materials need to be placed back into their slots, but we can fix that immediately. Now, I'm actually going to be building the PC version of this avatar, but don't worry, the process on Quest is literally exactly the same. You're just going to be using the Quest prefab. So first step is going to be dragging in the prefab onto your avatar. Make sure to match the platform. I'm going to hide the Quest version for now. We're going to go into our portal gun, and let's fix the materials here. Alright, our portal gun is looking good now. Now comes the real mean bones of the tutorial, assigning it to your avatar. Get out of the materials folder, and let's go to the anim folder. In the anim folder, I have animations for both PC and Quest, as well as the parameters and submenus. You also notice the effects layers also have a PC and Quest version, just like your avatar should. Once you're here, click on your avatar, go to the VR Labs menu and click on Avatar 3.0 Manager. If you don't have this, you might need to go back into your VR Chat Creator Companion app, click Manage Project, and just make sure that you have Avatar 3.0 Manager enabled. Now that we're here, we're going to open up our Avatar Manager, drag in your avatar, drop down the effects layer, and you'll notice we have our effects layer controller already in there. We're going to add an animator to merge, and we are going to select our PC controller from the portal gun and drag it in here. And then hit merge on current. There you go. Now let's go merge our parameters. We need parameters to copy, so we'll drag in the parameters from our portal gun and hit copy parameters. Now that we're done with that, we can start attaching the portal gun components to our avatar. You'll notice when I click on the portal gun's prefab, I have a script here to rebind the animations. This actually is mostly working, and I'll tell you why in a bit. First things first, we need to give it our target animator. For this, you can just drag in your avatar. Next, we need to drop down the animation clips and make sure that they are the correct animation clips by clicking on one. You'll notice that it goes to the PC folder, so I know it's working. If there ever comes a time when the animation clips are completely zeroed out, don't worry, this is fixable. Just go to the correct animations folder, select all the animations, select the prefab and make sure to lock the window, select all the animations, and just drag it in. They should all automatically populate as is. Here's the part where we can decide to unpack our prefab. Go to prefab, unpack. And after you do this, just quickly hit Rebind Animations and hit yes. Go to the animation window. You'll notice that this turns out yellow. This is okay because we're going to be fixing that later after we place it. So, first things first is we need to get our P-gun hand position. This will be under your armature, spine, and just go to your right hand. Or in this case, right hand. In some cases it might be named right wrist, but we got lucky here. Drag it over to your right hand and move it over to where would be close enough to more the right palm. If you want to see what you're doing, you can actually click on the portal gun container and use the parent constraint to scroll through the sources. For this one, I want to see where it goes on the right hand constraint, so I'm going to move it there. And I can see that it's rotated wrong, so I'm going to rotate around the hand location and move it until it more or less goes to the right area. There we go. This is pretty much correct. Now that the hand position is correct, I can go to the portal gun container and switch it to the back position. At this point, I want to grab the portal gun back position and the portal gun back constraint because these two will be mapped onto the same thing, and that same thing is going to be the second spine bone. Now that they're both here, I'm going to grab the back contact and turn it on. This is a collision sphere that'll define where I grab the portal gun from. I'm going to select both of these and move them up. Sometimes you may get really lucky and the portal gun will just be perfectly sized, but if it's too big or too small, then you might need to play around with the scale a little bit. It depends. Alright, we are almost done. You might notice that there's a portal gun W, which is the world, and in our sources tab, we don't actually have a world. That's because we have to make it. To make the world, I'm going to right click on our armature's hips, create empty, and name it Xbot W. After I name that, I can drag in the Xbot W empty into the folders, and then immediately delete it. Now because this is basically the same thing as what we just deleted, we can then go into our P-gun world and drag it in. Now that's our world transform. Once we have that put into place, we can grab the entire P-gun W model and drag it into our hips. And that's everything assigned, but the animations are going to be broken. You'll notice if I go into the animations, all of them have broken links, but that's okay. If you haven't deleted the portal gun prefab root node yet, you'll still have this. This is the part where we can rebind all of our animations. Hit Rebind Animations, and you'll notice most of them are in fact rebound. However, the bundle is not rebound, so to fix that, triple click on it, extend it out, and if we go into our P-gun W, you can see the bundle name is wrong, so we could just remove that very last bit. And there you go, it's fixed. On your avatar, go down to your menu and click on your menu. You'll notice that our control list is empty. We can't be having that. Go ahead and hit add a new control. Make it a sub-menu. And for this new control, we are just going to name it portal gun. It's not going to have any parameter because it's just leading to a sub-menu. And in this sub-menu area, we want to put in our portal gun sub-menu. That's going to be in assets, fidget, objects, fidget cosmetics, anim, and we just want to drag in the P-gun sub-menu. If you want to use the portal gun 1 sub-menu just as is, then sure, by all means, go ahead. But we're going to drag in our P-gun sub-menu. Alright, there we go. Now when we hit play, go to our scene, and make sure gesture manager is selected. When we go to expressions, we have a portal gun menu. We can turn it on or off, and we can toggle the polarity. You'll notice that there's no toggle to put it in your hand. It's not very desktop friendly, but that might be for a future version. For now, we'll have to go into VR to see it. Hey, Editing Fidget here. Make sure that you delete the script from the prefab as well as deleting the entire scripts folder. Apparently VRChat doesn't like it when you upload an avatar with the scripts folder in your assets. So, yeah, make sure to do that, okay? Okay. Alright, and that's how you get a portal gun onto your avatar. Now the portal gun that I have just given you is surprisingly, or not surprisingly, the exact same one that I have been using for the better part of 2 years. So yeah, with that, like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna try to do weekly videos from now on, so if you guys want to see more of that, you know, subscribe, like the video, do all that YouTube stuff. Later.